Alright everybody, we are back with the fourth part of Kathy Rain. We were just about to see if we couldn't do a little more deciphering on that Illuminati picture. Thanks. So let's do the image analyzer. I wonder if I should scan the picture of... Does it really have to be a pattern? It's the woods. I kind of want to see if I can scan the picture of the guys, the three guys. I kind of want to see if I can scan that picture. Can I?
This picture is in good shape. I don't think it needs to be analyzed.
But does Eileen have anything to say?
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Oh boy.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of, you know, boy parts.
Oh boy.
And you call yourself a Christian. What do you think of Lily Myers' art?
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
We'd have to get it to know. We'd have to get our grubby paws on it.
What's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
20 years.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like an okay bunch to me. Just your regular old Christians. My kind of crowd.
That's just it. They seem a bit too normal.
Oh boy.
And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
I don't believe in coincidences, E. I believe in action and reaction.
Science.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity, here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please, kill me now.
How are these guys friends? If I were her, she would
I
have
should get back to the investigation.
annoyed
Okie
annoyed me to no end. So
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one.
she said,
Computer, that is.
not a geek. She said that we should try and analyze the picture a little bit more to try and figure out. I'm so used to, I'm like, open the picture, but that doesn't work. I'm so used to, oh wow, this really focused somehow.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it. Maybe worth printing?
Alright, let's print it then. It's the most colorful thing on the picture. I imagine it has some sort of
I'm pretty sure
merit.
that's all there is to find in this picture.
Okay, good. Let's get out of here. Let us retrieve that picture from the printer.
Hey, E, come check this out.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Do you recognize this flower?
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
That's very open-minded for you, a Bible-thumping Christian. Yeah, right? Isn't your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens? Isn't that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with the tree outside her dorm? I don't like either of these quips. So we're going to...
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens?
Oh, I doubt she could ever be more of a heathen than you are.
Oh boy.
I guess you've got a point.
She's gonna burn me in my sleep one night.
So anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out
Silly.
more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right, see you in a bit.
Books. This occurred before the internet. I don't know how they're getting anything done.
Hey,
Hey!
Hey there.
so any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red,
Red
scythe,
scythe.
or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
let's go there.
Happy to help. So what?
Oh,
Oh, hang on. I'll go
maybe
get
it's
that.
Erica.
Okie dokie.
Oh wait, I literally have to get it. Oh, good heavens.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
That's me.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Rub it in. We'll just accept her apology gracefully, like an adult.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Let's ask her about Lily Meyer. Let's start at the
Do
top.
you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
YOLO.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask. Why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Alright, Lily Myers.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that,
Her or
not
killing
much.
herself?
We never knew the family.
I like how she referred to her as an artist, like it was an established thing.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that.
Uh-huh.
My father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
She wasn't really a painter.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Well, Charles Wade.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Illness?
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
So he's in Conwell
The community
Springs.
clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Alright, that's all I got.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
Thank you. You've been most
All right,
cooperative.
Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic. That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Right?
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
These guys are weird. Wow, they're hypnotic. Achievement. That night, Kathy dreams. What the? Wow.
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy? You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Delusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king. Check.
Oh, September 27th, 1995, day 3.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh my goodness.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
That's right, we got lots of places
Okie
to go.
dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
I have so
Great.
much to do today.
Thanks, E.
So much to do.
By the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, sounds... Alright, let's look at it.
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Interesting.
All right, I'm off. Peace outie.
Smells like a pepper and causes
Okie
you to
dokie.
hallucinate.
Good luck and see you later.
Bye. I don't like the nickname E. For a few reasons. The clinic, the church, the nature reserve. Let's hit the clinic first. See Mr. Wade. I like how it's perpetually raining in this town. What? What do you... Hey! Hey! That's littering! Is that the bum? The friendly bum? Are we gonna get a name?
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
Give him $7 and change.
What do they call you anyway?
Yeah, name.
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Goober.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Showbiz.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
I would totally recognize
Come
you with
on,
more
man.
hair.
Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Frankie Gold.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies.
Starred.
Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
What would he know?
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother?
Right? I don't understand.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
I'm not a man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
I don't think he'd know much about anything.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, man.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I told you it was aliens.
I should have known better.
Aliens.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Told you it was aliens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Still not a man.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway.
Isaac.
His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though,
Father
he
Bill?
and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
Language.
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really, I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it, he's a friendly guy.
All right, I might do that.
This bum knows more than I gave him credit for.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't like people friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
Bonded over
She could
cigarettes.
sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
This one's a stretch.
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
Yep.
Okay,
Thanks.
that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty,
Okay, I'm off.
bye.
Can I look through his trash can?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. I don't think I have a reason to go in through the trash. Just looking around, seeing what's here. Alright, let's go in the clinic. It's a clinic. There's a nurse who's listening to music.
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
Especially because it's supposed to be
No
1995.
thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt. I can't read it from here.
Alright, let's go talk to the nurse.
Excuse me, nurse?
Ayo. Nurse.
Hey, nurse!
Yeah?
They don't pay you much, huh? Try not to strain yourself. Somebody around here hates their job.
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
Good lord.
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
This nurse.
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging. Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
I wonder when the whole no smoking inside
Was expecting
thing.
plastic, but this looks like a
kicked
real
in.
plant.
Just gonna go look for him myself. I don't need you. Just walk right past that nurse.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Just look, lady. Just look. Just gonna start smoking.
Started when I was 12 and never looked back. Pretty much the only thing keeping me sane.
I say it all the time, but don't smoke, kids. It is not good for you. Are we going to bond over cigarettes as well? I should just stun her.
I prefer to smoke outdoors.
I'll get rid of her.
I wish, but she'd just call security on me.
Not when she's on the floor, writhing in pain from being stunned. I don't know how to get rid of her.
She looks bored out of her mind. Pretty understandable, to be honest. A computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it.
I don't know how to get rid of her.
No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt. Again? No thanks.
Let's just set something on fire.
I don't want to burn that.
You should want to burn everything.
I don't want to burn that. I don't see how those things...
I'm just grasping at straws here. Can I give her the picture? Question mark?
Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back.
McConnell Air Force.
I don't want to show her that.
I don't think I can do anything with her right now. I still have the boot disc. Maybe I'm meant to leave? I guess so. I don't think the game will let me leave.
Hey, doofus.
Goober. She called him doofus and doesn't even...
So, tell me about this acting career of
Doesn't
yours.
bat an eye.
What about it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell me about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Why would he make his own sign language? An established sign language already exists.
Never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
Yeah.
So, how good an actor are you?
The best! The very best!
You know,
What's his
that
extra
nurse
option?
in there, she said she loved you in all those movies. and that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
Goober the
I'm
Distractor.
gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
I gotta pick a movie? I don't know.
Probably The Silence of Lambert.
Oh, I'm gonna be live.
I would probably have to... I wonder if I'd have to go through all of the movies.
Al Consuelo. Oh, I wish I could speak. I have so many things left.
I don't think you're supposed
My
to.
chest, no. It can't be.
Oh, there's a heart attack in that movie.
Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
That wasn't really an electrifying performance. I'll have to intervene somehow.
I wonder if she used the word electrifying for a reason.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
Let's ask about his
So-
other
What about it?
movies.
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder.
What?
During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Oh man. That sounds like quite the movie.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
I guess so. One
Natural
more.
Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair.
Whoa.
Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Why always deaths at
Why
the
do you
end?
always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting,
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
not the cultured type. I understand.
Alright, let's have him do another live performance.
Hey, how about another show?
Sure. Any suggestions?
So he dies of a heart attack. He dies from a ruptured bladder. Usual surprises. He dies from epilepsy, and he dies from natural bald killers. Oh, just from.
How about The Usual Surprises?
Business as usual.
I gotta follow this guy. We gotta make his performance a little more believable.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's the smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts.
Nurse, he's seizing!
Oh shit!
Don't tase people, guys.
Man, I feel like a total jackass.
Yeah.
I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
He's so nice, too. That's what sucks about it. He's such a nice guy. I mean, I can crash this thing. I wonder if I can just pull the admin password now. I don't have to crash. I probably shouldn't have to crash it. C. Mendez. Otorgator? Otorgator. Otorgator. C. Mendez. C. Mendez. C. Mendez. Otorgator. There we go. Medical database. We're looking for... I'm sure it would be under last name first. Charles Wade, date of birth 24. Referral from patient has undergone successful invasive heart surgery and was transferred to this facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in 6 to 8 weeks. He had invasive heart surgery, room 6B. I'm a spy. Look at me go. This is some great detective work we're doing right here. Completely legit. 6B.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
Whoa.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
How'd you know I was looking for you?
Let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
I'm majoring in journalism.
She's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
I'm not here about that. That's not what this is about. It's personal. You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade. I don't need to piggyback on favors. I make my own way. We'll do this one because this one sounds the coolest.
You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade.
Guilty as charged. It's a stance I find remarkably effective for a man with little time and a tendency to be correct.
You might want to rethink that attitude. I have a history of surprising people.
Is that so? Very well. I'll indulge you for now. Who are you then?
You don't recognize me?
I'm
Kathy Rain.
Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
Were you
I
at the
was.
funeral?
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
But
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
He
understood,
certainly
sir.
has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
How about everything?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists.
That must be
Say
Grandma.
what you will about Joseph, but he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
Wow.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together.
BFFs.
I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice. But he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance.
Grandson.
He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Grandson. He has a grandson. That means there's probably some guy walking around about the same age as me. Agree with him about tough love. Tell him Grandpa's not to be blamed. Say nothing. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Personally, I agree with the concept of tough love, but in this case, I would be bashing my mother, so we will be saying nothing.
So our family started drifting apart. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Lily Myers? Well, let's do this first.
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it.
Who is it?
It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran.
Cochran.
He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Jimmy Cochran. So let's ask about him.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense, he's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
That's where my mother is. Let's tell him the truth, I guess, in this case.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess
It's
so.
true.
Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles. And started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Well, let's ask about the church.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
He's got such an evil-sounding voice. All right, now let's dig into the good stuff.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs.
Oh boy.
Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
Theft?
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Lily Myers' art stolen?
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched.
So
But
they
every
only
single
wanted Lily's
painting
stuff.
by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Ruffles, that's
Some
such a good
stunning
dog
police
name.
work right there.
Ruffles.
There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
How cooperative.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
That's all I got. I mean, I can show him pictures and whatnot, but... Shall I?
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
Alright. I don't really think I have anything else to Should I show him this?
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Terribly. Alright, I guess I got everything. I don't really think I have anything else to show him.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Claude.
I'd rather not. He'd crush me like a twig.
Yeah, she seems to have a smart mouth on her, sir.
Just some boring landscape paintings.
We're just looking around.
A private phone. Wade must get special privileges here. Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him.
Gramophone, records, paintings. Alright, let's go. Let's blow this pop stand. We got millions of other places to go, apparently. I came from this side, so I'm assuming this is the way out. So let's head to the church. Actually, let's go to the nature reserve first. This is where the aliens were.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken.
Creepy.
I'm not sure what I expected to find here. I need to clear my head.
Oh, let's smoke. Oh.
What the?
Who are you?
Before, haven't we?
Oh boy. Nope. Just no. I'd remember a creepy bald dude with makeup. I doubt it. You look like you just escaped from a circus. That's not really my kind of gig. I don't think so, Mr. Clean, unless seeing your face on a bottle of detergent counts.
Nope. Just no. I'd remember a creepy bald dude with makeup.
He was in my dream. He was
Memories
playing
can
chess.
deceive, Kathy. Dig deeper.
He's an alien.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
You told me, remember?
No.
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending. I will try to facilitate.
It's the flower. It's playing
You're not real.
tricks on
I'm
your
lying
name.
asleep in my bed right now.
Focus,
brain.
Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
What?
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the anomaly, the missing refrain. The convergence point of things past and events yet to happen.
Dial down the metaphors a notch, would you, Mr. Kafka? I get enough of that shit in English class.
Right?
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
This is so strange. I am home?
Wait, what? How did I get here? Am I
Uh,
going crazy? Am I turning into Mom?
Oh, that's rough. Okay, and with that, I think we're going to leave this one here. Now that things have gotten extra strange, and I won't be able to remember any of it the next time I pick the game up. Yeah, here's a good place to stop. So, thank you for watching thus far. If you don't want to watch after this, I can't imagine what kind of person you are after seeing all this craziness, not knowing how it resolves itself. So that's just my roundabout way of saying that you should probably stick around and watch the rest of it. I hope to see everybody else enjoy the next video as well. And I will see you there as well. Bye-bye.